people of the poll have spoken, and they prefer the comfy look. So I'll wear this for like maybe a couple videos, and if the poll changes, I will switch back to just regular clothes. But we're not here to talk about that. We are now officially on the road to WrestleMania, and that starts out with the Royal Rumble. But we do have a bit of a detour to talk about before getting to the Royal Rumble. Welcome to Quick Time Reactions. My name is Daniel Strunk, and we are here to talk about tonight's Saturday night's main event, which is taking place in Canada, more specifically Montreal, where nothing ever controversially happened in wrestling, ever. We have not the typical 5 matches for like special shows, premium live events, whatever. We have 4. So my assumption is that we might have a promo segment on tonight's show. We'll see. But we are going to start things out with a match that I think was probably added last night on SmackDown. Ajstyles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, this will not be the first time that these two have gone against each other, of course, going back to their days in Japan, to their feud in 2018, from like WrestleMania, Backlash, and then Money in the Bank with their Last Man Standing match. That was over the WWE Championship, but now, since AJ's put his career on the line against Gunther at the Royal Rumble, this could potentially be AJ's last match here stateside. So, or at least they're in Canada, but in the contiguous continent of North America, could be his last match. And going up against one of his better dancing partners, Shinsuke Nakamura. Hopefully, they have a good match. And I say hopefully because their Mania 34 match was okay. Backlash was ruined by double low blow. And then Money in the Bank was an okay last man standing match. I want to see them do a Wrestle Kingdom 10 match where they just go crazy. But who knows? We'll see what happens. And I think for this match, I'm going to say AJ wins. And I'll talk about it a little bit more in a video that I also have coming out today. But I have some interesting plans for AJ. Or at least if WWE plays its cards right, I think AJ could have a very interesting final year for 2026. But I'll talk more about that in the video that I have scheduled for later in the day. But yeah, I have AJ winning this matchup over Shinsuke. Moving on, we have the women's tag titles on the line as Rio, yeah, I think that's how, yeah. Rhea Ripley and Iyosky taking on Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Of course, women's tag titles, I think, have been probably the better things on Raw in like the past couple weeks, maybe a month or two. And Rhea and Io, of course, they had their storied history, but also good friends. And of course, Liv and Roxanne had some uneasy tension, but that has seemingly just been quashed. I think this will be a pretty good matchup between all 4 of these ladies. Picking a winner here. You could shake things up, and you could have Liv and Roxanne win it. But I don't see that happening. Because I think one of these ladies in this tag might have a good shot of winning the Women's Rumble. So, it's a bit tricky. I'm going to go with the safe option, and I'm going to go with Rhea and Io retaining the women's tag titles tonight. Who they lose it to, I don't know, but I'm going to go with Rhea and Io to retain. Moving on, we have Cody Rhodes versus jacobfatu. This has been built as a blood feud in the most recent weeks. Of course, Fatu cost Cody his WWE Championship against Drew in the 3 Stages of Hell match, more specifically in the third steel cage fall. And these two have just been going at it for weeks. So I think this is going to be a pretty physical matchup between the two of them. Picking a winner here is going to be tricky. Because, again, you could go with the safe option and just have Cody win it. And then have him go into the Rumble looking to do what only Austin has done, which is win 3 Rumbles. And if we are being more specific and technical, it would be his 3rd Rumble win in a row. 2023, he won it. 2024, he won it. 2025, he wasn't in it because he was champ. So he's looking for his 3rd Rumble win in a row next week. So you could go with that safe option, but I'm not going to. I'm picking Fatu to win this. And I say that because if the direction for the WWE title for WrestleMania is purportedly the triple threat between Drew, Cody, and Fatu, I would think you would want to build up Fatu to be a credible threat to not only Cody, but also Drew. So that's why I say that. Again, if the plan for WrestleMania is for it to be Drew, Cody, and Fatu, I would think you would want Fatu to look relatively strongish heading into WrestleMania if he's wanting to be taken seriously as a contender. So I'm going to say Jacob Fatu wins this match against Cody Rhodes. And then, finally, we have the main event, what I assume to be the main event of the evening. Fatal 4-way to determine a number 1 contender for Drew's championship at the Royal Rumble. We have Randy Orton, Trickwilliams, Damienpriest, and Samizayn. All 4 of them won qualifying matches to win their way into this 4-way match. And I could argue each one of them has a really good and strong case. Some stronger than others. Trickwilliams, of course, being the new guy on the main roster. If he wins it, it shakes up main event title picture, and it's a new face, which I think many people would be very happy about. Damienpriest, former world champ in his own right, but that's the world heavyweight title on Raw. So getting back into title contention here. Samizayn, of course, winning it and going to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and going over there, receiving the love and adulation over there. And then, of course, Randy Orton. Him and Drew have history dating back to their 2020 feud, which lasted, I felt like, forever over the WWE title. That could be reignited. if Orton wins this matchup. So each man has a pretty good case to go out and potentially win this four-way match. But I'm thinking that it will most likely be Randy Orton. And the reason I say Randy Orton is because as much as I would love for it to be Trick, I don't see it happening. Mainly because I think his feud with Sami is going to last a little bit longer. So I think him and Sami will each be taken out. Priest, as much as I would love to see him back in main event position, I don't think so quite yet. And like I said, Sami probably going to be taken out by Trick, but also I think he may have a good shot of winning the men's Rumble. I know that has been reported in the past, but, you know, things change. And from what I'm hearing, Roman is looking like he might win the Rumble. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens next weekend. But I'm thinking Orton because of, like I said, the history, but also, I hate to say this because it's Orton, but it will probably be a good, solid first defense for McIntyre at the Rumble. I don't see Drew losing this championship until maybe WrestleMania, and that's a maybe. So those are, I think, the reasons why I think Orton will probably win this four-way at Saturday night's main event. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my predictions for Saturday night's main event that is taking place tonight. So, of course, expect a review of the show after it happens. But, yeah, I think that is pretty much it on that. Be safe out there. Stay warm if you are going to be affected by the snow that'll be coming in relatively soon. And I will see you guys tonight for my review of the show. Take care.